Don't know how the devs managed to do it, but the day of release, they've managed to break the game in the testing server. Anyways, you guys are here because it's time for me to show you everything you need to know about how to become an Infernal. So after this section of the video, I will actually be showing you guys all the Infernal abilities, as well as all of the Infernal subclasses. However, right now I'm going to show you how to become an Infernal. No, you don't need to be a Fire Force, or you don't need to be a white clad starting off. Like, you don't need to be in any faction in order to become a Infernal. Alright, so the developers thought it would be a good idea to relocate the NPC. Okay, we are back. So, looks like these amazing developers, yes, sarcastic tone, I'm actually pretty annoyed with them, that have the game broken right before it releases, have moved the location, but they put him inside of the factory. Now, this is actually makes sense. Like, look at, okay, so Infernal faction call, right? So this is how you start off the quest. I sense a great fire potential, Claw, interesting. So you have two side missions. One of them is find and kill 4 civilians, right? And I'm very sure that the second one is going to be to collect whatever these are called, Infernal something. So right now I'm just going to click these just so I know I have them. Right, I'm just going to click these. Just collect them just in case. You never really know. And if for anyone that doesn't know, if you're second generation, you can get the lighter here too. So let's go kill 4 civils. Second civilian. This guy's already knocked. What the flip? Is this game okay? What's wrong with this game? Invisible enemies? Nah, fix your game, blood. Third civilian. Alright, he's died pretty quick. There we go. So anyone that's wondering the pathing to the factory, there's the police station. I'll take it nice and slow for you. There's the guy with the shop. Gonna come through here. You're just gonna jump over here into the little park. You see the guy with the sword here. You cross over through the park. And boom, you're literally at the factory. Again, I don't know why they moved it. Doesn't make sense to me. It would have been better to keep it in the desert, but you know, the developers are the developers. They can do what they want, I guess. So boom, acceptable work so far. Infernal Ash on it. So again, Infernal Ash is these things right here. You can find them at the back of the city, but apparently the devs are trying to make it easier to progress. So there's like literally 4 spawn points for the Infernal Ash here. Then 2 up there. And then you just talk to him again and you can become an Infernal. Ash to ash. And then you burn up. And you become an Infernal. As simple as that. And boom, you're an Infernal. Again, you don't need to join any faction. There's no requirements in order to become an Infernal. You can actually become an Infernal at the start of the game, which I honestly recommend because, you know, you progress as an Infernal faster, obviously as your low rank. So yeah, that's how you become an Infernal. And now I'm going to show you all the Infernal abilities and subclasses. So this is actually the skill tree. Obviously, Infernals have subclasses. You only get one move of your subclass, but I'll be showing you guys all of the subclasses. And then you have your abilities. Now, so the first ability I'm going to be showing you guys is the Scythe one. I don't actually know the name of it, but obviously when you have the ability, you'll have the Scythe on your back. So these are the M1s. I actually have no idea what this bar is. Hold on, let me try to fill it up real quick, because I don't know what it is.
Okay, I'm at full.
Alright, so the first move we have here is Scythe Pull. Now, honestly, the move actually pulls you in. I could have used it from anywhere. Probably should have used it from a different direction. And it pulls you to the area of where the little orb is. So I will use that again when it's on cooldown. Scythe Pull. Pulls them in. Good for combo extending, but combo extending is not that important in this game, I'll be so honest. Next you have multi-hitter. Cool move, does decent amount of damage. You can see the damage here, by the way, if just in case you're blind. And here we have Scythe Swipe. Probably the best move in its kit for sure. I mean, I don't have the last move, so I don't know, but it looks the coolest at least. Quickly just double checking what the last Scythe move is because I didn't get to see it before. Oh my gosh, no, that actually blows. What the heck was that? Alright, cool, we're back with the next one. And I did make a slight mistake. Gravity Well isn't a part of the Infernal abilities. That is the health tree last move. So, or a move you get from the health tree, the defense tree. So that's my mistake. So here we have the next ability. I don't even know which one we have. Oh, we have the summon. Okay, cool. So this is the, basically, I would call this the second best because I think this is slightly better than the Scythe in my opinion. The Scythe is like third. So you get to conjure Infernals. Now the conjurations aren't the coolest. They're really not. But they are decent and they can definitely help you in combat. Definitely help you. So yeah, this is the conjure. Let's just call it the conjurer ability. Pretty cool. You're gonna need a lot of mana to effectively use this as well, but it's definitely very cool and it's gonna be super useful to you. Okay, next we have the claw. I'm not gonna lie, this is 100% the worst one, so if you get this, GG, I guess. We have this move, it knocks them back. Sage left the party so we can't see damage, but damage isn't really important right now, honestly. We have smash up. And you gotta remember the startup for these moves are super slow as well. So they just suck on top of them already sucking. Like that can get interrupted. It's just really bad. We have this one, you dash through them and then, yeah man, it's just kind of midi. And then with up smash as well, has a slight startup. It's quicker than striking claw. But yeah man, I just can't get behind how bad some of these moves are. Oh my gosh, that one was like terrible. That was terrible. That was actually terrible. I do want to see how much damage the last one does, the dooming joint. So we will wait for it to come off cooldown. Yeah, no, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. This is definitely the worst one for sure. Do not recommend at all. Next we have the Oni race. I do think this one's kind of mid because Demon Step has quite a long cooldown for something you should really be spamming it with movement. I guess it's for balancing, right? But still, you can flash step faster than you can Demon Step. This kind of makes it pointless, man, in my opinion. Here you have Rising Uppercut, which you can only use once. You have Overhead Stomp, Axe Kick, and then you have Flaming Shift. Yeah, pretty underwhelming, I know. And last but not least, we have Greatsword. Now I am pretty sure there's another fire ability, but I'm not too sure. So let's get into the showcase. So putting all of our abilities on, we have Cyclone. Cyclone's actually a really good move. I don't know if it gives hyper armor, but you're dealing constant damage with the Cyclone. The last part of it block breaks. It's just free, bro. It's completely free. Doesn't really matter how much damage it does, just purely based off the fact that it block breaks. Having block breaks in your kit is always important. Always important. Raging Slashes. A bit of lag there, but Raging Slashes is good as well. I'm very sure the last hit is a block break as well, just same as the Cyclone. Here you have Cloak Check, puts in ignites your sword and makes it deal extra damage, and it has burn tick damage as well. You saw each of those M1 damages as well, and I don't even have anything in my attack tree or damage tree, whatever you want to call it, your offensive tree. And here we have Impale. I'm very sure it dashes to your opponent. I'll stand a bit further back and use it this time. Impale's good, but honestly, yeah, dashes to your opponent. Honestly, the bread and butter of this kit, of this ability, is Cyclone and Raging Slashes, and obviously the cloak move as well, because you deal extra damage and you have burn ticks. So honestly, yes, if you have Infernal, if you go Infernal, this great sword is wonderful. You get it essentially at the start of the game, and it can literally carry you through the game. Once you have this great sword, you're almost unkillable. So definitely recommend going for this. It is the best thing in its abilities kit. Now next up, I'm going to be showing you guys all the new abilities, or the subclasses. Now the subclasses are actually super underwhelming, like terribly underwhelming, but they are there. They are there, so you can utilize it. Alright, so we rerolled our subclass. I'm very sure there's only 4 of them as well. So here we have our first subclass, the blitzing joint. This is terrible. Now obviously you can use this for traversal, for map traversal, but does map traversal really matter in this game where you can literally run at the speed of light after 2 seconds? Like literally, isn't this enough? And the cooldown is, it takes forever. It takes forever. Yes, it doesn't even deal damage to your opponent. Honestly, it's in the game for no reason. Might be the most useless ability. Maybe if you're getting ganked, you can use it to get away, to climb to a high place that your enemies may not be able to get up to, but this is just trash. Honestly trash. And I know I'm gonna get you guys in the comment section that are testers saying, man, this is really good, Axe doesn't always talk. That is trash, bro. Do not care. Next subclass, we have the beam subclass. Did it even reset? Okay, it did. Now this move, as you can see, deals like 0 damage. I don't know what the use for this is. If we're being quite honest, I don't even think the devs know it does no damage. It says charge up a ball which shoots out into a beam of fire. Damage taken during the move will increase. It says increase twice. Will increase attack potency. So maybe it scales off your strength tree, I think. Maybe that's why it's dealing no damage. Maybe. All I know is that thing is trash. Alright, we got the Blitz subclass again, so we're just gonna reroll it. And we got the Tail subclass. Now I'm gonna go get some more subclass things, but the Tail subclass is nothing special as well. If anything, it might be one of the more useful ones, because as you can see, Tail Slam actually deals damage, not a lot, but deals damage. But it slams your tail into the ground and has a little knockback. Again, the subclasses aren't that great. They're really not. I mean, I guess they're just there for the sake of being there, I guess. They take up an ability point as well, so I'm not too sure its usefulness in its utility. Sage, if you may hold the block button, please, my king. Pause, by the way, because I know chat's gonna... Anyways, it's gonna come off cooldown. Again, I say this is probably one of the best ones because it does block break. Well, it goes through block, not block break. It goes through block. So it's still pretty good. Definitely better than beam, and definitely better than the blitz. So it's always an option. And there's one more subclass we need to go over. All right. So now we have ignited shots. Oh, this actually does a lot of damage. Okay, I said tail might be one of the best, but that was a lie. Ignited shots actually does the most damage so far out of all the subclasses. So I think it might be something you want to get. Yeah. Ignited shots is definitely the best. It doesn't have a long charge up. Most definitely the best one. Most definitely the best one. Cool. Now the wing subclass. Wing is pretty midi as well. I guess we know which subclass is the best. This was actually good for me because I didn't know the fire spit did that much damage. Genuinely didn't know. So now we have Ember swipes. What even was that? Let's wait for the cooldown, bro, and let's see if it's any better. I'm gonna get a bit closer because maybe I missed him. Maybe I missed Sage. I think a lot of these abilities just need like maybe like a revamp or a rework or something. Ember swipes. Okay, that did damage. It has no range. You have to be right in front of them. AoE on it's pretty trash. Sage hold block. Let me at least see if a block breaks, right? Or if it goes through block. Quite a long cooldown for a trash move too. It goes through block. Not necessarily block break, but it goes through it. Yeah, honestly, we know what the best subclass is. I think Spitter. That's actually good that I got it back. Spitter, and we know that the best subclass is subclass. We know the best subclass is the ignited, the Spitter one, and we know that the best ability is the one with the great sword. 100%. Those are the only two you should aim for. If you have anything other than that combination, Spitter and great sword, it's pretty trash. Re-roll it.